Hello, good morning everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I did. I don't think I would be too far off the mark if I said that today there is almost nobody in our country who can claim to have never heard of Miss Veena Malik. Artist par excellence, if you take into account her spot-on comic timing, statements that have clearly divided the nation into two clear halves, temper that can only come from someone who has truly been wronged, and confidence, well, nobody ever doubted that anyway. We are deviating this morning from the usual TMS setup to introduce Miss Veena Malik the way we see her. But before I formally introduce Miss Malik to the exclusive TMS viewers, let me make a confession. TMS, as a rule, never discuss the reality show Bigg Boss on air for two main reasons. Number one, as you must have noticed, we do not endorse Indian entertainment or movies on our show. And yes, we are insanely patriotic that way. And number two, and more importantly, Team TMS, including myself, were never regular viewers of the show. Hence, we refrained from passing any comments and any judgments. But there's no ignoring this issue anymore. We have all learned the lesson the hard way. Love her or hate her, you just cannot ignore Veena Malik. Without further ado, please welcome one of the most talked about personalities of 2010, Miss Veena Malik. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm
good. You look very nice and you look very fresh so early in the morning.
Oh, thank you so much.
Great to have you here, Veena.
For me, it's like to get up early in the morning is a big deal.
It's a very big deal. I know. I used to say the same thing 2 years back, but we have been doing the show for 2 years.
Yeah, for you, it's
routine now.
Yeah.
So, Veena, how does it feel to be back? And it's been tough. I see. We keep seeing you on TV. It's been a tough round.
Oh, it's been tough. It's been beautiful at the same time. Right now, I've got a lot of supporters, people out there. They're loving me.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. It's a kind of a half-half thing.
Yeah. So, do you feel the positivity is, more in focus than the negativity?
Yeah, there's a section of people who they are loving me. Section of, women, youth, and the liberal people of Pakistan. They're supporting me. That's something very beautiful. And then a small section of people who they are a bit of, would say, not hating me, they're a little upset with me.
Upset with you is the right word.
But that's yeah, I guess that's only because of those misunderstandings they have actually. Right. That's all.
Veena, do you think that after Bigg Boss, we will talk about Bigg Boss in just a bit, but ever since you've come back, you have clearly seen how people truly feel about you. I mean, I can understand that you were saying there is, there are people who love you, there are people who have misunderstood you. There's a clear divide. Yeah. Probably before Bigg Boss, you did not know truly how Pakistanis felt for you, but now everybody knows you. So it has become very clear.
Yeah, it's more clear now, and I don't know, it's beautiful.
It's easy to handle?
It's easy to handle, yeah, exactly. I know which section of people they're loving me, and which section of people now they don't like me, or they hate me, or they're upset with me. So now it's easy. I know exactly how to handle them now, deal with them. So I guess it's better to know, yeah.
Okay, a couple of questions that, ever since you came back to Pakistan, and a lot of people have been talking about Bigg Boss, and as I said that I never really truly watched, and you were right in one of the shows, you also said that people are commenting when they have not even truly watched the show.
Exactly, that was the whole thing. I mean, people, they have misunderstandings about the, tasks which were given by the Bigg Boss, and the few clips they've been watching, and they got a little upset about that. I mean, they didn't know that those were the past part of those tasks given by the, the management and the people out there. So people who they've been following the show from the very beginning, they are not upset with me. They've been loving me.
Okay, another thing, I understand, and I was talking to your manager as well extensively. We really wanted to know how that whole Bigg Boss thing works out. And we understand that for 3 months, or for the 80+ days that you were inside that house, you had absolutely no idea what was going on outside. You had no idea that, people in Pakistan were following you. And there was this whole controversy building up as well. While you were there, while you were going through the tasks, did you think, even for a minute, that when you get out of this house, and your fellow countrymen, how they think, did you think that you would come back and it would be such a big deal?
No, I didn't know that. I was completely shocked when I got out of the house, and the first question the Indian media has asked me was like, people in Pakistan are a little upset with you, and I was like completely shocked. I was like, no. hang on, there must be some kind of misunderstandings, because, you know, I knew it that I didn't do anything wrong, or, you know, I was completely in my limits and all. Yeah, but at that time when I've accepted the offer, I mean, it was a kind of blessing for me, because I've been going through emotional, like, kind of hell and all. But I really wanted to go somewhere where there's no connection with the outer world, and I didn't want to hear a word from the media and all. I went there, kind of a blessing. I was completely emotionally shattered. I've recollected myself and, you know, all. But once I got out of the house, it was another shock waiting for me and all.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I have realized, and the people asked me from the media, Indian media, and they were like, you know what, you have threats from the people out there, and even then you'll go back. And I was like,
but Veena, you were not expecting that at all?
No, not at all, not at all, because, you know, look, I was completely in my limits. I have nothing done wrong on the show, and I was completely shocked that why people are upset with me. But now I exactly know there was just misunderstandings and all. You know, people who they are upset with me, they didn't even watch the entire show, and that's the whole thing. And you know, that was just an entertainment show. That was just an entertaining kind of a thing. I mean, there was no completely 100% reality in it. And that's all. Yeah.
Okay, Veena, we are going to make your life very easy. We have made a little package, a little, you know, footage of things that are already going on Pakistani airwaves, you know, here in Pakistan, in TV, in movies. And then we are going to give a little bit of a comparison to what was shown on Big Boss.
Okay.
So we are going to do that. Let's have a look at this little package that we have made. All right, so there you have it. You saw, you know, these are the things, nothing out of the ordinary. This is exactly what we do see here on Pakistani television, Pakistani movies. Now, Veena,
even, you know why?
Say something.
Yeah. Even you were asking me whether I was like shocked, but yeah, because I've been already working here. I mean, I know the society. I'm born and brought up here and all. So I've been working in films also. I've done a lot of fashion shoots also. These are the clothes which I've been always wearing. I mean,
and they were never such a big deal.
Exactly, never been such a big deal. And I don't know, for me it was like, yeah, for me it was a shock. And then I was like, I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. These are the clothes I've been always wearing. I mean, what's wrong?
Okay, just for a comparison, now we showed you, you know, a little package on what we already see on Pakistani airwaves. Now we are going to show you how Veena was in Big Boss, just to give you an instant comparison and, you know, open your eyes. If you want to condemn somebody, condemn them all, or don't condemn anybody. Here it is.
that's it.
Okay, so just wanted to give you like this instant comparison, and obviously we enjoyed watching it, but Veena absolutely enjoyed it as well. Veena, you have good memories of the place.
Of course, lovely. Like, okay, fine. The idea of the show is that, you know, we are being videoed 24/7,
Yeah.
but the footage which goes on air is like only 45 minutes or so, which is normally, you know, is based on the all the cat fights and fights over food and, you know, petty issues and all.
Yeah.
But, you know, apart that, situation in the house is not that terrible. I mean, we had so much of fun. I made friends, like, you know, even many girls out there, many
Who were in the
people,
house
yeah,
with
who
you?
were in the house with me. We had a lot of, you know, fun there. We had a blast there. It was, I still, yes, whenever I think of Big Boss, there's so many beautiful things come into my mind.
And
and all.
Veena, at the end of the day, it was a game, and you wanted, you
Yeah,
went there to win it. You wanted to
exactly.
win it. So you would do everything that was asked of you because you wanted in the end to get the top prize, right? So you had this strategy in mind.
No, actually, let me be very honest and candid, because at that point of time, actually, I wanted to have a break, actually. When they offered me this show, I didn't go to this show, you know, I didn't accept the offer, that was something on my mind, that I want to win the show. It was like just, okay, fine, I might be there for a couple of weeks or so, as I had a word with the management and all, and they were like, Veena, you, as far as you're a new face in India, you might be out in maybe 3rd, 4th week, so no hard feelings. And I was like,
All right.
okay,
So
yeah,
they were thinking that you might be out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for me, I mean, that was not kind of mindset that I'm going to go there, I'm going to win or something. And look, I don't know why people, they wanted me to pretend to, you know, wear that dupatta kind of a thing, shalwar kameez and all. Look, culture is not about shalwar kameez only. Culture is about, okay, how cultured you are.
How you conduct yourself.
Yeah, you
as
conduct
well.
yourself. What is your behavior? Like, okay, Veena Malik is Veena Malik is the one female celebrity who never abused. I mean, I never used that abusive language towards any other housemate.
That's right,
or
because you
anything.
did witness a lot of fights and
exactly,
stuff going
but
on.
I never been involved in those fights and
true.
all. So I never, you know, wished about anybody. So that is what my culture is. So culture is not about shalwar kameez only. So it was just like that. But yeah, there have been so many beautiful things about that house, and whenever I think of a Big Boss, it's so many beautiful things comes into my mind. It's
Veena,
just
now
like that.
I understand that you always, whenever you talk about Big Boss and you remember those people around you, you remember them with fond memories. You like them. You had a great time with them. Any negatives that you felt? Because earlier in the time, and again I did not see it, but I read it somewhere that one of the contestants who voted you out earlier, but you did not get voted out, also used the word a slang for Pakistanis that is used, and it was used for you.
That was Rahul, actually. He was, I don't know, he's been always very upset. And but yeah, one more thing was that, you know, I never been involved in such kind of, you know, abusive language or, you know, any kind of that behavior which is ridiculous. But yeah, other housemates, including all those girls and, you know, all other housemates, I mean, they were to some extent, yeah, they were involved in some kind of, you know, things like that. But yeah, Rahul was the one person when he got evicted, because he and me, we both were nominated, and he got evicted, and it was like, oh, I would nominate Veena Malik. Why? Because she's a Pakistani.
Yeah.
And he's been always upset with me because, I mean, because I was a Pakistani, and that's it. I'm a Pakistani for him. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Okay, that is very interesting. I'm glad that you raised that point, because that has also been the issue here in Pakistan as well. I personally feel, and I could be wrong, you could also correct me, Veena, that if this show, Big Boss, had been held anywhere else, not in India, anywhere else in the UK, Ukraine, you know, take a Middle Eastern country, it would not have made such a big deal. You see, we Pakistanis and Indians have an equation, and usually, you know, when a Pakistani girl or even actresses, they go and work in Indian movies, they are scrutinized.
And why just
Pakistan.
girls all the time? Okay, why just girls? And, you know, all the girls who they've worked in Indian movies or to, you know, worked in India, they've been always controversial. Why? Because it's our media who they always, you know, made them controversial. Why not all those men who's been working there in India? Okay, why?
Okay.
It's actually in this society. Look, if a woman, she does not bring dowry, I mean, she's burnt to death. But how about the guy who's a useless husband? And then if there is a woman who's unfaithful, I mean, they throw acid on her face. But how about the guy who's a cheater? you know, he's not even touched. So I mean, that is not a good attitude.
What you're saying
is
exactly, the responsibility of that honor lies on the shoulders of the women.
Of course,
and that's too heavy a burden. Actually, it is unfair. It should be shared as well.
It should be shared. And look, I mean, okay, we should accept. Okay, it's in the society. We know. Either have a code of conduct. Okay. Code of conduct, okay, get rid of that red light area, okay, then stop your troops, dancing troops and all, singing troops going abroad. And,
in the name of culture,
okay,
that
so
happens
I'll done
as well.
happily, I'll done a burqa, I have no issues. But yeah, okay, fine. Why just woman? And why all these double standards and all? I'm against these things actually, and that's why I've defended myself in such a loud way. I never wanted it, but you know, the guy was accusing me of, you know what? When, you know, all those male who they went to India and they've been performing, nobody has raised a voice against them that, well, okay, I mean, only the girls are the representative of the culture or the religion or anything. I mean, why not men? So actually, this is in our society.
I'm sure a lot of people watching out there, even if they, you know, do not agree with a lot of the stuff that you do or don't do, I'm sure they'll agree with one thing, that you have been a voice for these women, at least things that have not been said very openly, you have come out and said them. So, you know, in that respect at least.
Because, yeah, nobody was defending me out there, and the people were just, I mean, they were just giving me bad names. Why? Because I'm a soft target, I'm an actress, but you know what? There was nobody to defend me, so I have raised my voice, and I was like, oh, yeah, I raised my voice. Yeah, I'm there to defend myself. It was just like that.
Confidence is one thing that definitely, you know, you have a lot of. On that, we are going to take a very short break, and when we come back, of course, we have lots more questions for Veena Malik. Back, and I'm sure that you are enjoying Veena Malik in a new avatar. She's here with us. Veena, this must be the first, and I think because since we are the only English language channel in the country, welcome. You are here because you have an audience which goes beyond, you know, Urdu-speaking Pakistanis, and there are, I'm sure, foreigners and Pakistanis living abroad watching you as well. So, you know, everybody knows you.
Thank you, I'm honored.
So that is good. Now, Veena, I understand that you have, you know, let's shift from Big Boss just for a while. You have been working for humanitarian causes as well. You were a part of World Health Organization, WHO, for a while. And I remember we saw that footage where you donated a large chunk of money to the IDPs in the flood, you know, situation last year as well. Does this come from the heart? Do you want to, because I know that you have the fame, you have the name, you have the money. Do you want to go out and help people?
Why not? Why not? I mean, being an actor, I think that is not the only responsibility, that, you know, I entertain people and I make good money and then that's it. I guess I always love helping people and all. So 5 years, it's like 5 years now that, you know, when I started my career, I was just completely lost and all, you know, working 24/7, busy, doing things and all. But then one day I've realized that, you know, okay, being an actor, I have other responsibilities also. I must help people of Pakistan. So I have sponsored 2 children from SOS Village also.
That's great.
And I have been working with World Health Organization. I worked with them for 2 years. So we went to all faraway places to spread the awareness about the health and fitness of kids and all. So it's been a wonderful experience. No, I'm looking forward to work more towards the humanity and all. But yeah, recently I've met Pamela at Big Boss, and you know, we have planned. Yeah, we have planned. She brought actually those water filters with her, and that's really cheap. It costs only you know, each $50, and yeah, you can use, and that's really helpful. I mean, that's really good, and she's interested. She wants to come to Pakistan to help people here.
And you are obviously the name, the contact person, the face that can launch this project. So, you know, you have to give it to Veena. I would always say that she's an artist. Do not again, judge her because of some of the actions that you might have disapproved. But at the end of the day, she feels for the country and for the people. And
no matter wherever I go in the world, I will definitely come back to Pakistan. Like the people ask me, are you actually going back to Pakistan? And I was like, excuse me. I mean, I will definitely go back to Pakistan. No one can stop me. That is my country. Those are my people. They belong to me, and I'll go back.
Absolutely. So, you have to go home after all,
why
at
not?
the end of the day.
I mean, no matter wherever I go in the world, and I work beyond whatever, but I'll come back to Pakistan.
Okay, Veena, we have a lot of questions. By the way, we put up this question on Facebook when we, knew that you would be coming on the show. We asked our viewers to come up with questions and ask us, any question that they wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
One thing that was repeatedly that came up was about your style. Be it a controversy, you might be crying on TV, you might be in Big Boss with a dupatta on your head, whatever you have been doing, you have managed to look very stylish.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did I?
So you have, that is exactly what the people think. How do you manage to do that? Are you aware that I'm going to be in the public eye?
No, it's like, definitely, of course, I was, but for me, style is something, I don't know, you have to have your own style statement. Like, I don't follow anybody, but for me, style is what makes you feel good and what makes you look good. And if you are comfortable, and for me, less is more. I don't accessorize myself so much. I'm not into, wearing so many of accessories and all, but I don't know, for me, less is more.
Yeah, less, and we can see less by your weight as well. You have lost a lot of weight. Is it tension or is it by choice?
I guess it's both, a bit of both. Actually, I wanted to lose weight. Last year, I've put on a lot of weight because I've really tensed. When I'm tensed, I eat a lot.
Eat a lot,
so, like many other people out there. So, I wanted to lose weight, but thanks to Dolly Bindra and the great Kali.
Yes.
And I'm not very foodie person. I'm not very foodie person, and I'm not so fond of eating and all. But yeah, last year I put on a lot of weight by eating chocolates and all, because I'm so fond of chocolates and all. But it's just like that.
So it's easy to put on, easy to lose as well.
Yeah, for me it is.
And please, another question, how do you walk in those heels? Can we please focus on the famous Veena Malik shoes? She loves stilettos.
Oh my God.
Beautiful shoes, by the way, you're wearing. We have a little, montage of the shoes that Veena has been wearing as well. How do you walk in them?
I'm completely cool with heels, either heels or no shoes at all. So I don't know. I'm completely cool. Oh my God! Look,
some of the shoes. Veena, did you really take all these shoes with you? I mean, did they ask you to come up with something eccentric about you? Something?
No, they didn't actually. They didn't. But I love wearing heels. And
Veena, you were going to be inside the house for 3 months.
Yeah.
Why did you take so many shoes?
Because I love shoes.
Good one. I love shoes too, so that's good.
That's the only reason.
So inside the house, you thought that since I'll have no entertainment otherwise, let's take my shoes along.
Even normally, I only wear heels or barefoot. That's all.
You cannot be without heels.
Yeah, I cannot be without heels, and I love wearing heels. There have been people, they've asked me so many questions about heels now, that you like it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I love heels, and even at home I wear heels. It's just like that.
I thought personally, because I took Big Boss, the little that I did see, I took it in light way, very light-heartedly. What really stood out for me was Veena Malik's shoes. And I thought, that people should have picked up on that instead of anything else, that this lady goes inside a house, closed up for, 3 months or whatever, and she takes like so many stilettos with her, So that was, how many pairs do you have?
I think more than 500. Yeah, more than 500 pairs.
More than 500? Where do you keep them?
I don't know.
You have a special wardrobe for them?
Yeah, one house only for my heels and my wardrobe. And I live in another house. So, I don't know. Is that something weird or is that something interesting?
Veena has a sense of humor. So, yeah, she has another house for her shoes and everything. People want to know about your gussa. This is the question that has come your way. Do you get angry easily? I guess because people have really seen you, crying now recently as well.
I'm very emotional. I'm very expressive. I'm very emotional. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm the type of person, if anything beautiful around me, whether it's a man or woman or anything which is beautiful, I would always go and tell the person that, oh, you're very good looking, and you know, that is what I love about you and all. So I'm very expressive and I'm very emotional at the same time. I do get angry, but that anger lasts just for a few minutes.
You have to like let it out and then it's gone.
Yeah, then it's just, yeah. Just for a few minutes.
Do you forgive and forget easily?
Oh, I do, completely. I forget and forgive like instantly. Like for me, it's not a big deal. Yeah.
And but if we take whatever has happened in the controversy in context, and a lot of people, some anchors as well, I must confess, who you know, put you in a very tight spot, you're ready to forgive them and just go on, move on?
Yeah.
No, you're not going to hold a grievance against them?
Not at all, not at all. I believe in, you know, just forget, forgive and move on. So, I don't know.
Lovely. We can see that you're going to move on and, you know, go to bigger places because of that. Veena, how important, another one people have been asking, and I think it is also because of things that you have said repeatedly, and that is why it has stuck in people's mind. How important are good looks for you, in men or women? How important is the self, the look?
Look, I don't know, you are asking in which context? Like
in the context that it has often been seen, I guess the question came that way, it has often been seen that when you describe somebody, a person, that he was a very nice person, and mostly men, I must say, looks come up first, that he was a very good person, he was a very good looking person. So are looks very important for you?
I don't know, sometimes I find those people good looking, that normally people are no, they're not good looking. And for me, though, people are good looking. I mean, for me, I don't know, I love praising people, and looks for me is like, for me, every person is beautiful. It could be, you know,
something from inside, something
exactly,
some kindness, something to say.
Exactly, just like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're asking about the something connected with that show, or what has some
show as well. Yes.
I don't know.
You know, in general,
looks are very important. The first thing you see in a person or anything are the looks, I guess.
So that is the first thing that you see.
Yeah. So looks are very important.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, I mean, you also concentrate on yourself as well. Look is the thing. Veena, another thing. Again, this I think came from Meher. Meher wanted to know, what do you think is the real reason that Pakistanis or some chunk of Pakistanis really got upset at because of Big Boss, or what is the true reason? I mean, because we saw the footage, I frankly, of course, I can understand that a lot of people found it, you know, did not
maybe
like it.
Maybe because I think that the format was quite new to the people here in Pakistan, because that was first ever reality show.
Okay.
It's been seen all over. And then many people who they haven't even seen the entire show, and they've seen just few clippings and just few shots, and maybe a few clips on internet and all. So I don't know, people are the only people, the people who they are upset, they've just only seen a few clips. Like people who they've been following the show from the very beginning, they're not upset. So I guess they are just, again, just misunderstandings and all.
But they are not making you the bait, the target for everything that is going wrong in the country.
I don't know, how could they have other reasons? I mean, there are other things which are going really, really wrong in the country, and it's not Veena Malik.
Of course.
I'm just an entertainer, and I've survived on a show for 84 days, and the people, they've been voting for me to stay, so it was just like that, they're loving me, that's all.
Great. Saiba Umar wants to know, did you ever think that you would make it so far in the show?
No, not at all, not at all. I've already told you that, you know, I was just thinking I might be out in a few weeks' time and all, but once their superstars were nominated with me and they were, you know, evicted and all, I was like, okay, why the hell are people voting for me and all? So, but I was stuck. I didn't know that, you know, what they're showing to the people or whatever, because, you know, they have variety of angles, they have variety of shots. I mean, they can.
Do you think that it was kind of unfair as well, that they probably, see, we are not going to put it past us that it is after all Indian media that we are talking about. there was one Pakistani girl which was you in the show. They used to edit everything up. Do you think that you might have been played by the Indian media in the sense that you were inside, you had no idea what was happening?
Completely no idea.
They knew what was happening in Pakistan. Do you think they played up the fact, you know, put some shots in it just to, you know, get the fire going or something?
Because, you know, there are more than 100 cameras, you know, shooting you 24/7, and they have variety of shots, variety of angles. Like even when they knew it, that me and Ashmit are friends, and you know, to somehow I developed friendship with him. Why? Because he was a thalassemia patient, and I started taking care of him. And that was even that was a task to, you know, cook food for him. That wasn't my choice. I mean, the big boss wanted me to cook food for Ashmit and me. We were not allowed to eat with the, you know, other housemates and all. We were, you know, we were asked to eat separately and all. So they always used to put us together, me and Ashmit, like all the tasks given to me. I mean, always my partner was Ashmit. You know why? It was like maybe they wanted us to be together all the time. Maybe they can have those clippings and all, and maybe they can play with that. So yeah, I mean, they have variety of angles, they have variety of shots, and they can play with that. And but by the way, the sad part is that we can't sue them.
Obviously you can't do anything. It's like that.
We have already signed up a contract, 24 pages contract. So look, it's just a show, and they're not supposed to, you know, project everything in a goody-goody light. True. Otherwise, they won't get the TRPs. And it was just a show. So basically, what Veena is saying, they don't hate the person, hate the show if you want. Why target her? Target the show if you want. Kutsia here wants to know if you really know that Ashmit is not Ashmit, it's Ashmit. Or you? Of course. I mean, we used to do it in a joyful way. I mean, even Salman knew it, that I used to tease him. And so you knew it? Yeah, of course. And even I knew that Big Boss is just a voice. That is very smart of you, by the way. I must confess here, that is very smart, because just by a little twist of the name, you generated some interest. And he was completely cool with that, and he was used to say, even I'm liking it. And I knew that Salman Khan, because Ash, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, exactly. That is why probably. That is very smart. I used to tease him, and he was like, "Meri ma, it's not Ashmit, not that Ashmit." Yeah. So you know, we were just to add a little masala in the show and all. It was just like that. Yeah. See, she's an entertainer, so let it be, people. Inside story now. Nobody has asked me to ask you this, but I'll ask you this anyway. Ashmit. Just a friend. Just a friend. I did not even ask him. You're like, please maaf kar do. Because I already knew. Because, you know, to somehow, why have I started taking care of Ashmit? Because I work for thalassemia patients here in Pakistan and all over the world. I've been doing a lot of charity shows for the people of, you know, Pakistan for thalassemia patients. I've been working for them. So, you know, once he told me that he's a thalassemia patient, and you know, this is how we developed the friendship and all, and that's it. And I used to take care of Ashmit only because he was a friend. And then, you know, if you see all my hugs, there was just friendly hugs. I never seduced him, and nothing like that. And we are just friends, just very good friends, nothing else. Okay, one question that we had to pick and choose. Imran wanted to know if you are fame hungry. Would you do anything to become famous? Because Big Boss, I mean, perhaps if you think that only Pakistan or millions of people knew you, now billions of people know you, thanks to Big Boss. So is it one of the reasons? Is this always something that you are looking for? I don't know. I'm an actress and I'm already famous. I was famous, that's why I went to Big Boss. And you know, I mean, there are people out there, they want to think whatever they want to think. You can't stop them. But I don't know, is there any actor who's not hungry for fame? Is there anybody in this world who's not hungry for fame? Yeah, if you say that I'm hungry for fame, but it's not that I would do anything for the fame or something. Look, I've been just, I didn't know that, you know, by looking into the mirror or, you know, doing all those silly dance movements, I'm going to be famous. You know, I didn't know that. I was stuck in a house and I didn't know what are they showing. So otherwise, I did not adopt any other kind of things to get famous or something. I was just completely myself. That's right. So, but I guess, I don't know, if people think that way, Come
Let
on,
them-
you're welcome. Just go think. Go ahead.
I love your confidence, by the way. I am glad. I mean, somebody, if these are the line of questioning and, you know, the queries from people are going to come, that is probably the way to answer. Okay, Aisha wants to, Aisha, by the way, says that you are a great comic artist. And you do good impressions of people, and they have asked us if you could do some impression of somebody, maybe even from Big Boss, somebody, or even our Pakistani people, some impression, something like that.
You know, I cannot do it without that get-up and so
Oh,
makeup on and all. So,
so it's the whole deal.
I don't know. People, they have all those clippings and footages of my shows, which I've been doing previously. So go ahead and check it out.
Okay, lovely. Okay, I understand that you have to be in that zone.
Exactly.
Veena, what next for you? What are you going to do? Because you have to top this now. So you people have
I do have offers
as well.
from, especially the many offers from India. Reality shows, TV, film, etc., etc. I've already said no to B or C class Bollywood films, and then definitely whatever. Right now, I have signed up with one channel, but I'm not going to disclose it. Why? Because it's confidential.
Okay.
But I just want to tell you that, you know, I'll make it sure whatever I sign next, whatever the project it is, I'll just make it sure it's interesting and it's bigger than Big Boss, and it's really big. So yes, I have various offers from Australia also, from UK, from all over.
So basically film offers.
No, there are reality shows also, film, sports, so much more.
And you think that the experience of Big Boss, you know, whatever it turned out to be, was all right for you to try another reality show?
I don't know. I do have offers, shows and all. But look, I'm an entertainer. I never set boundaries. I have no limit. I have no boundaries and all.
You're not going to confine yourself.
Yeah, wherever I'll find you know, good opportunity to go and work, I'll definitely go and work. And why not? Why not? I'm completely cool that whatever I have done on the show, I've done I mean, it was a great deal and all. I've made a lot of good money, and I made, I don't know, at that time, whatever I wanted to achieve, I've achieved. Like, I was completely shattered, emotionally upset. I went there, I had a lot of time, I made friends, you know, I've spread the message of peace and love. So I'm back, I'm completely cool, and I'm relaxed now. So I'm completely open for, you know, other offers also. So let's see. Definitely, whatever comes next, we'll make it sure that will be really big and interesting.
Lovely. Now we are going to make sure that we keep, you know, telling you what Veena is up to, and because we are going to keep you posted. This is one strong lady. Whether you agree with what she did, not agree, but you have to agree that she has the guts to actually come out and defend herself and say what is right or wrong. Veena Malik, thank you very much for coming here. And yes, we are actually at the end of the show now. Thank you once again for being very candid with us, very honest with us.
But to be very honest, I'm half sleepy.
No, but your half sleep is good enough for us because you were still good. Thank you very much for coming and answering our questions of the viewers. Now, in the end, I'd like to say to you guys sitting on the other side of the box that at the end of the day, it is you who has the power to switch on or switch away from what you want or don't want to see on your television screens. And for all of you who think you've been through a turmoil because of the actions of just one lady, believe me when I say this, the decision was always in your hands. Yes. I'm going to close the show today with another TMS mantra, live and let live. Save your energies for something more monumental, people, not this one. Keep writing, and I shall catch you same time tomorrow morning. Be happy, be safe, seize the day.